What's going on, people? Patch and Madface here, 1878 Casuals, coming at you with a little pre-match against Chelsea on Thursday and whatever other things we decide to address. So, Chelsea, they're playing absolute shit this season. I think they're sitting in 12th right now. Um,
12th it is.
yeah, awful run of games. They spent $500 million on players, which is all well and good, but it's not about spending big money on players. It's about spending money on players that fit a system or can play well together and mesh together. And obviously, Chelsea's not up to the races as far as that's concerned. On top of that, they're missing what, like 10 players, right, Casey? Or
Yes,
something?
10 players. It's a long and distinguished list. I'm gonna give you the list of players. I posted it today, but I think they're gonna be hurting defensively. Oh, here it is. So they're gonna be missing to be able to Marcus Bertellini, Armando Broja, Reece James, which is huge, and Golo Conte is huge. Chilwell, Cucurella, uh Kovacic, you know that name? Mason
Kovacic.
Mount.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yao Felix is one of those people.
Doubtful, right?
And the keeper and the young keeper, Ethan. Oh, wait a
Arrizabalaga.
minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. You know, the substitutes on the bench, and the young keeper Ethan Wiley's taking his place. Who's the one keeper's missing?
Oh,
Because
Arrizabalaga
Yao
is
Felix.
Chelsea's number one right now.
Oh, is that what it is?
Because
Okay.
it was Mendy, and then I don't know. I guess he's been hurt or something like that. I don't
It
know.
was
But Mendy,
Mendy, and then there's another guy. Kepa.
Kepa Arrizabalaga.
Oh, that's his name?
Yeah.
What a dick I am. Okay.
But so yeah, obviously they're missing loads of players. That's half of their $500 million spend in players right there that they're missing. Anyways, feeling pretty good going into the game because I mean, obviously we're at home and our record at home has been fantastic. You know, players are playing pretty well. I mean, we're killing off games. They're 1-0s, but we're still, doing the business, keeping the clean sheet. Our boy David De Gea got the Golden Glove. So, how you feeling going into Thursday? I mean, I think we all feel pretty good, but you know,
Oh, I hate Chelsea. I think that's one team that I never feel comfortable playing Chelsea. I know that they're down and they're unorganized and the gaffer is terrible.
they can still hurt
And
you.
um it's just one of those teams where listen, we know still gonna have some talent, but I just hope that we come into the game with a very determined attitude to like not play
Not roll
around with
over.
these guys.
Yeah,
You know, our home record is a positive, and
yeah,
we've only given up 18 goals and 8 goals in 17 home matches, which is excellent if you think about it. Um, but I want to say I'm extremely confident, but I just know Chelsea.
right.
They're going to give it a tough match, even though they laid down versus when they lose the City. Was it 1-0 or
Yeah, yeah,
and
1-0.
it wasn't even the 1-0 it was flattering. It should have been worse, you
Right.
know.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Yeah, no,
City also played a lot of young guys. So long story
yeah,
short, I'm confident. If you ask me a score prediction, it's going to be a confident score prediction. What I have in my head, I won't say it till later, but I'm really confident. I just want the guys to wrap it up.
yeah,
You know, I like that Casemiro's playing like he's coming into form, and when you have someone like that in form controlling the midfield, it's going to make a lot of things easier.
yeah.
Um, Rashi will be back,
We
so
need him to
we
be in
should be
form. Yeah,
fine. We're going to have a strong starting 11. Yeah, I'm
yeah,
confident. Fuck that. I'm confident. I'm very
yeah,
confident.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
very confident.
Yeah, and as we all know, we only need 1 point, so three is gravy. But we should win our last two games. I mean, no question, regardless if we make Champions League or if our ambitions are Champions League football or not. I mean, it's two games, last games of the season at home before the big game against the Blue Noses, and which is a whole different story. Maybe that's a whole
It's
nother
a
video.
whole different story. It's a whole different vibe.
Yeah.
But
But yeah, no, I mean, I I want to see Garnacho start on the left. I think he's got to start on the left. I think he's earned that already. I mean, you saw, Martial's little smirk or whatever at the end of his game the other day when he got subbed off. So I think the man knows he's probably out the door in the summer.
yeah, yeah,
But he's our only option right now, unless you play Rashi up top and Garnacho on the left. That could work too. Bruno behind him, and then Anthony on the right, Casemiro, Ericsson. I mean, I want to say Casemiro, Ericsson, Fred,
yeah,
in the
yeah, yeah,
midfield. And then
yeah. That's it. I mean,
it's got to be Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, Shaw, and Malacia. Because I tell you what, I wasn't sold on Victor Lindelof for a while, but he's been solid.
I think
I
he's
mean,
been more than solid.
he's put in some fantastic performances. Perhaps another redemption story we've seen this season at the hands of Ten Hag.
Yeah,
And then goalkeeper's got to be De Gea. I think that's got to be the lineup because like you were saying, we're confident about the game, but Chelsea can still hurt you. So we can't underestimate. Especially, it's like we have to be careful here because we need 1 point, and on paper we can do that in 2 games, in less than 2 games. But leave it to United to fucking leave it till the last day, like we did with Leicester, whenever that was, to just squeak by. We had to win our last game of the season. We played Leicester. We barely beat Leicester, and we barely squeaked into top 4. So just do the business on Thursday because Chelsea are down. We're not. We're at home. I think just do the business and be done with it. Once the game's killed off 2-3-0, I mean, I think that could potentially be a scoreline we're looking at because
yeah. I feel
you know
3-1.
yeah, I mean, yeah, 3-1, 3-1. I can get down with that because
I don't even see how they're gonna score one. To tell you the truth, I'm just being
yeah, but
I just I
but
just I they're so bad right now.
but that's what.
And it's,
But to add what you said earlier, um, it's one of those games that can really go either way, no matter how bad or how well each team is playing. It's just one of those games where, oh, it was just Chelsea's day. They nicked it 1-0 and we just couldn't finish or something like that. So, you can foresee a result like that happening too, but I'm leaning more towards the fact I think we're gonna do the business. It's gonna be 3-1, pretty comfortable.
yeah, it should be comfortable. I mean, our waveform has just been spectacular. I
Home
think
form.
guys now are coming into I think we have a mind state right now, or we should have a mind state that's like, listen, we need to start sharpening up the tools here. It sounds like I'm telling the guys like, we got some big games coming up. This could be the big game, and then we can have the rest game. But
Yeah.
I don't like to talk like that. I don't want to leave room for opportunity for them. One thing, in a lot of sports, and you play, and you know for yourself when you play against a wounded animal or a down team, that's could be the toughest team to beat.
Yeah.
And Chelsea has nothing to play for. There's nothing to play for. So
Right.
saying that they spoiled our season is something to play for.
Right.
That's the thing they can play for. That's the thing where, Lampard could go have the speech of his life
Right.
and say, if you want to, because they want to derail Manchester United Football Club. And that's
Right.
all it
Right.
is.
Yeah. Yeah. Lampard could have
It's
his.
that aspect where this could be their FA Cup. This is their Champions League final. This is it.
Sure. Yeah.
The make Old Trafford disgusted in their stomach is a motivation. That's a good
Yeah.
motivation.
Yeah.
Because it would make us sick to our stomach if Chelsea did beat us. We would all be in a tank and we would all be stressed out.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's
100%.
a midweek game. I think the thing I like about being a midweek game, we've been accustomed to playing midweek games it's only been the last 2 weeks when we haven't done that all season. So I think the coaching staff and the players have mentally been in this situation where we got, okay, quick turnaround. Let's get our minds sharp. The training's not going to feel awkward to them. Everything should be a comfortable thing. And that's what's scary.
Yeah.
Everything should be smooth. Yeah, go
Yeah, it
ahead.
should be. No, I was gonna say on paper it should be in theory, and then what theory is and what reality is when it comes to United is sometimes two different things, fortunately. But I know what you mean. This is their game. This is their big game of the season. You know what I
This
mean?
is it.
And
Because this is their last game, right? Because we have one more game and
I think this is no, they have one more after this as well because we're both playing
okay.
makeup games at this point.
Okay, we both play makeup games.
Yeah, I mean, I
Yeah.
think it's the Super Sunday every Sunday. The last game of the season is just
Okay, you're right. You're
all
right. You're
teams
right.
play
Oh,
each
so
other.
this is the
Usually,
makeup game right here
yeah,
for everybody. This is it right here. This Thursday,
yeah, yeah,
and then everybody's gonna have their last game Sunday. I got you. I'm with it now. Okay,
yeah, yeah.
so I'm really confident, but I just yeah, no, we're gonna smash these guys. Fuck that shit. Listen, we have the class team, we have the veterans, we have we have more captains on this team.
Yeah.
This I'm just gonna say this right now. If we do not beat Chelsea, we do not deserve to play the Champions League next year. I'm gonna put it on there like that because
Sure,
that's BS.
that's fair.
We've come too far. We've been through too much. We've been challenged. We've played the Barcelonas and everybody. This cannot be the team to do it.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
don't deserve it,
right.
and we deserve it. And I think Eric Ten Hag is a man of focus and determination, and he will get his point through. Now the lineup thing is, I think that's the only thing that is really like the dilemma. Like, is he going to start Martial and Rashford or Rashford and Ganacho? That's the lineup issue right there.
Because
Wow, you look like $1,000,000. You look great. Jeez, have fun.
yeah, no,
That's
I
the only
agree.
dilemma
Yeah,
in
yeah,
this match.
and shout out Webby and O'Neill. Kieran was saying on the videos the other day, our last game, he was shocked that Garnacho didn't start, and I would have to echo that and say I will be shocked if Garnacho doesn't start on Thursday because
Well,
hmm?
it depends on who. If he's gonna, it's the Martial. Are you starting Martial or not?
Well,
You know, I saw someone.
I think even if you do start Martial, you still put Garnacho on the left, and then when you sub out Martial, put in Rashford. I think that's an option
Wow, you're brave.
because I don't know. I mean, he's probably going to throw on Veghorst for the height, which hasn't done fuck all this season really. But you got to figure, because I don't think Koulibaly's playing either. He's their big center back,
He might be
so
back,
he might be back.
but
Okay,
he's coming off an injury, so
he probably
guys need coming off an injury. You're not.
sure. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean,
Well, I'm just gonna say my lineup.
okay, let's have it.
We our back eight is the same,
Okay.
but I'm starting Rashford, Martial, Anthony, and I
Okay.
like bringing Ganacho off the bench just for that impact off the bench. Because even if it's something like it's only a 1-0, we're up, and you bring Ganacho on, and Chelsea's just tired, that's the
Yeah.
guy I want to go put in the finishing touch.
Yeah, because
And then
I don't know, especially since Reece James is not playing and Ben Chilwell. I
yeah,
don't know I think whoever's playing right back for them, I think Garnacho would just rinse them
yeah, yeah.
and
I mean,
blow past them.
everything is set up and in place for us to do it this Thursday.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to our Manchester United beliefs and say I expect us to do it. I truly expect us to do it. I
Me
mean,
too.
I think the nervous energy is just me wanting to see us play. Let's play. Let's do it
Yeah,
today.
yeah,
I'd
yeah.
rather do it right now.
And
Or
we're
we could have
playing
did it after the
Chelsea.
last match. Whatever you want to do, let's get it done.
Yeah, and we're playing Chelsea. It's always like a important match and stuff. And we just gotta, regardless of how well we're playing or how bad they're playing, it's still a game that can induce anxiety, especially because we fucking hate them and we don't want we're on the verge of Champions League. We're on the verge of a fucking fantastic season. I mean,
Yeah.
we already got a cup. We're in another final. We're on the verge of getting top four. Like, I think most people, and maybe I'm wrong, expected at the beginning of the season to maybe get into a final and maybe get top four. If you get either one of those, you're like, all right, positive steps, but we got a cup. We were in a semifinal. We're in another final. We're on the verge of top four. Ten Hag's Red Army, huh?
This is what I expected coming into the season. I just don't want to be embarrassed like we were last season. And how are we going to get rid of all of these guys?
Well, that's definitely an issue for sure. I mean, there's
I mean,
loads
no,
of.
no, no. Coming into the season, my attitude was like, boy, this guy Ten Hag has got a job on
Oh,
his
sure.
hand. He's got a lot of shit players. He was probably going to stroke. It's probably going to
Yeah.
have a heart attack. But
Yeah.
it's way above our expectations.
Yeah.
You know, I was speaking to a Red today on social media, and he's a Manc, and we were just chatting back and forth, and I said to him, if we finish well from the rest of the season, this would be the best season since 2013. If we win the FA Cup,
Yeah.
get Champions League, this is
Oh,
the
yeah.
best. Just for what we did to those, someone not getting something they've already think they got. You
Right.
know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
If we stop them from getting the treble, I'm just gonna say it. I'm not gonna jinx it.
Yeah.
If we beat City, and listen, Patch, listen, the world, Patch and I are being very flattering to Chelsea. We're supposed to dominate Chelsea. Their defense is beat up. They have no confidence. They don't have structure. We know what Lampard wants to do. I don't think he's even trying, to tell you the truth. So it's for us, for Ten Hag to, and I believe Ten Hag is going to have this team prepared to go. But all kidding aside, we get Champions League. We beat City and stop the treble madness. This would be the best season since 2013.
Yeah. 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 And keeping City from winning the treble is like another trophy in itself.
So this is where we're drifting. You got to salute what Eric Ten Hag has done, and I think we've all been so complimentary to him throughout the season. I saw somebody were rating something on YouTube. They were rating all the gaffers.
Yeah.
And someone had a realistic one had the top two gaffers in the league were Ten Hag and Pep. And they were giving the respect to Ten Hag for what he's had to deal with from the first week.
Yeah.
Cristiano Ronaldo shows up with his agent and says, I don't want to be here.
Yeah.
The day of camp, the first day, I don't want to be here. And Ten Hag says, get your boots on and go train.
Yep.
I don't handle that part.
Yeah.
You got to go talk to Mortog and all them.
Yeah.
You're here, go practice.
Yeah.
And we were like, we love him.
Yeah. Already. Yeah. Immediately. Yeah.
So I like that part about him. And I don't think anybody in the world could have done the job that he's done. I don't think anyone could handle. I don't think anyone is strong enough inside. So that's why I really believe we're going to finish well. And then the next thing is transfers and the ownership thing. And there's this dirty rumor going around world that we're supposed to find out Friday. That
would be nice. That would be nice.
What do you think about that? It's called The Independent. I read it. I read the article. It's all allegedly, but they seem to have a source close to people who are closely involved. Some shit like that. They said.
Right.
And they said the Glazers want to announce something. That their primary the primary bidder will be should be done Friday, which is fine.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think we're all fucking been waiting since November for it to happen.
It's just been a shit show.
And we know why it's taking this long, because the Glazers are like, we want more money. And now, we had Sheikh Jassim come in with this 11th hour improved bid. Maybe it's turned the tides. I mean, all I know is Ratcliffe's getting chewed out by Nice fans for how he's running that club.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah. So, I mean, and a lot of people don't like Ratcliffe for what he's done and stuff like that. So, but then you could probably say the same thing about Sheikh Jassim. So, you know what I mean? I think it's almost like at this point we're like, we don't care anymore. Just fucking tell us.
Yeah. I made the mistake of saying that publicly. Like, I don't give a frig who gets it between him and him.
Yeah.
Just to get it done with. And then someone's like, no. It jumped on me. I was like, listen, I was just saying
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
fed up
That's
with the situation.
exactly.
I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, yeah.
personally, I'll go on record and say I wanted to be Qatar
Hmm.
just for the simple fact they told us their plan
Right.
from the jump.
Yep.
We're going to rebuild infrastructure. We're going to invest in the stadium, the women's team, the academy. They're going to have their stadium. The facilities are upgrade. We're
Rent
going to
free.
we're going to upgrade the social media team. All of that. They said everything. They went into detail, and then Sir Jim said he's going to bring back the Manchester into Manchester. Bring back Manchester into Manchester United. That was his plan. And then we're like, all right, cool. That's kind of a vague plan, but
Right.
we'll hear what you got to say. And then
That's the
after
diplomatic
bid,
response.
after the second bid was put in,
Yeah.
he comes back and says, "Hey Glazers, how about this? You two can stay on,
Yeah.
reap some of the benefits for about 5 years. You don't have any decisions. Okay, well, that's cool. I mean, me and Cheese got into a debate about it because Cheese was just saying, but how bad can it be if he just have them on them for just 3, 5 years? And he said, we just have to deal with it for 5 more years. You know, Cheese is.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, but Cheese, the fact that I'm a Manchester United supporter. I could never have, in my gut, said, I'm going to go talk to the Glazers and tell them I want them to be on my side. Because I would have just been like, if I ain't got the paper to compete, let your ego go. Because this is my problem. Okay, so you and the Glazers, say if Jim gets it, you get the team and you use all your stat, your bags, your cash to get the team. What are you going to do now? There's still about $3 billion left of work for you to do.
Yeah.
There's a debt that's hanging. There's a stadium that needs work. There's infant. There's a lot. There's transfers.
A
From
total
the
and
jump, the
complete
chief
upgrade.
said, "I got all that. That's done. Don't worry
Yeah.
about that."
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's where we are. I know we drifted on you guys a little bit, but this is where it is. This is where we are today. The Chelsea thing is just a little hurdle. It's funny.
Yeah.
It's a hurdle, but we're like 7 feet tall. We're just like, okay, we're just gonna step over this one. But there's a point we could we're not gonna lose. There's no way in hell. No, I think there's too much, and I think this team with the characters we have. This is when the boss says, "I need characters."
Yeah.
They're in the moment right now. They understand the situation. Casemiro said, "We understand Chelsea's not playing well, but
Right.
you still have to go play."
Yeah. He knows not to underestimate.
Yeah, he knows it. And I like when your players can be honest with you and say, "Oh, we know they're not playing well,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
but we have a bigger goal. We can't. It's a Premier League team still.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I mean, how, I
Yeah.
mean, how do you feel on how our guys been doing it? Ten Hag. We haven't talked about this in a while. I mean, this is. I don't know if we want to make this. I'm not making this an end of the season review, but where you are, where your mind stay with everything right now?
No, I love Ten Hag. I think he is the amalgamation, I think I'm using that word correctly, of all the best characteristics of these gaffers. I mean, I hate to compare him to these other gaffers, but you'll understand, it'll be easier to articulate, is that, he has the tactical awareness of Guardiola. He's got the motivation, and even though he's a twat, Jurgen Klopp is a good manager.
Yes,
And
yes.
you can see the players like him and want to play for him. So I can respect that, because that's how Sir Alex was. It's like they respected him and they wanted to play for him. Um, and so all these things are parallel with Ten Hag and how he likes to do things. And he's no nonsense, and he's logical. Sometimes he makes some substitutions or lineup choices that were kind of like, okay, it's kind of weird. I don't know if I like that, but like you said, he's rebuilt a lot of players, well, a decent amount of players. He's got us playing like a team. Like we said, he's already won us a cup. He's got us into a semifinal. He's got us into another final. And knock wood, fingers crossed, all the fucking superstitious shit, we're gonna make top four. So, I mean, I think that speaks to everything. So again, he is uh, like you said earlier, there's nobody that can do a better job than what he's done. And it's because of the way he is and his no nonsense. And he was like, get your fucking ass out there and train. And, when we lost to Brentford, their first or second goal game of the season, he was like, no, you guys don't get Sunday off. We're training. And
Yeah,
he ended up running with him. And that was the
yeah,
second game of the season. And so, again, this is all just brilliant little bits of atoms that make up the man as Ten Hag. And
yeah,
I don't think I think I don't think we can be happier right now. There's nobody in football right now that I would want aside from Ten Hag. Maybe Ancelotti just because he's a fucking badass. But other than that, I think that Ten Hag is one of the best coaches in world football right now. And I'm not saying that because if he was coaching at Liverpool, I'd still like the guy just because of how he carries himself. He
yeah,
doesn't complain. He's not going, oh, this team's getting too many penalties.
yeah,
Sure, he's like, hey, I don't understand what's happening with the referees right now. Like,
yeah. I
can you
like
guys
that.
be
Go on.
consistent? Like, so there's that kind of statement. And then there's like,
Yeah,
oh, these guys get too many penalties. They're two different
yeah,
veins.
yeah.
So again, no matter who Ten Hag was coaching, I would like him as a gaffer. I would say I want him at United. So I think we're fucking lucky. And it terrifies me that we're going to fuck it up somehow. And he's going to be like, you know what? These guys aren't serious. I'm going to go to Bayern or Real Madrid or something like that. You know what I mean? So
That's a
that's
fear
obviously a
of
fear
mine.
too. Yeah.
That's the
And
only fear I have of Ten Hag. Him saying, "Whoa, I'm not. Whoa, 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 whoa. I got big things I want to do. This is not the club I want." And I know that's not going to happen, but
yeah, yeah. I mean,
it's that was the fear of him. Like one day, because remember we were talking about in the WhatsApp group, like we'll say like, "Oh well." I remember what it was, but I remember my comment was, "What makes you think Ten Hag is going to sit around for 3 years of fuckery from people above him?"
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
He's a realist. He's going to look at his legacy, his portfolio, and say, "No, no, no, this is not where I want to be." But the man is, it's like I heard Tony said it today. He said he is not a. We've been dealing with a lot of quick fix situations. Coaches are just trying to be quick fixes.
Yeah.
No, Ten Hag is here for the long haul. He's here.
Yeah.
He wants to be. This is the only club I stay at, and you know that's he behaves that way. He has long term. Basically, they were talking about bringing in transfers. He said I don't think Ten Hag wants a quick fix transfer. He's here to build a team that can sustain dominance.
Yeah.
And
But he's only working
I
with what
don't
he's been
know who in
given.
the world could be better than him right now. I just don't know. I
Yeah.
really don't know because people were so in the now, but we forget about we spoke on the CR7. We forgot about the transfer window where Christmas where they said, "Oh, there's no money," and everybody that was on his wish list, Liverpool said, "Oh, we'll take him."
Yeah.
Chelsea said, "Oh, we'll take him,"
Yeah.
and everybody we wanted, they said, "Oh, that's the guy Manchester United Ten Hag likes. Let's take him."
Yeah.
Right? And he dealt with it. He always said, we're not going to complain. We're just going to move on." And I told you he was good for my own personal life. I would have problems in my life, and I would say, "I can't complain. Let's just keep moving."
Yeah.
And so who can do that? We've watched every big coach, and I think this is our argument we're having for why wasn't even nominated for Premier League Coach of the Year. He wasn't even nominated.
Yeah. It's a
They gave
travesty.
it to Unai Emery. We beat Unai Emery twice, right?
They beat us too, though.
Once.
Well, they beat us in a cup, I think.
What cup? We knocked them
Or
out the
not
cup.
not the cup. We lost to them in
We
some
lost them in the
mess.
Premier League the first time we played. Then we played them 3 days games later, and then we beat them. Then we beat them again at the end of the year,
I think we
just
tied.
recently.
I think we
Oh, it was in a
tied.
tie.
I think
Okay.
so.
All right,
But
all right, all right, all right.
but yeah, no. Anyways, yeah, no, I'm with you. Ten Hag for coach of the season. We all think
Just at least nominated. That's what I'm at. That's all. I didn't
yeah,
say
yeah,
he have to
sure.
be it.
Yeah,
Just
that's
you
fair.
can't nominate the guy. But it's been spectacular, and he's why we get disappointed in some games we've lost is because he's actually gave us expectations again. Like, you know, that shows a good job. We're all bummed out where because we thought we were gonna win Europa,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Beginning of the season, we'd be like, dude, let's just get out that tournament. Let's just get out. Who cares? Who wants to be in it? And
yeah,
we actually were like, we should have won it.
yeah. I agree. We'll see what else we can win. Hopefully, we can win these last two games and then finish off the birdies and keep them from winning their treble. But that's going to do it for us today, guys. 1878 Casuals. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, tell your friends. We'll be at O'Brien's Bar on Sunday for the Fulham game. Thursdays are always a wash. All the boys got to work, but we'll see you
Yeah,
then. Thanks for watching.
yeah. We'll have much more energy that day. I know that for sure. Up the Reds, love United, hate Glazer, 3-1. We're gonna beat Chelsea.